I'm Emily.
And I'm Hannah.
We are best friends and dietitians. We have a goal of challenging nutrition misinformation and fitness trends with an evidence-based approach.
Each episode, we will dish up our thoughts about the latest facts on a popular health-related topic.
We're the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians podcast.
Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about a very fun topic. She is all over the news recently, and the news has been social media for us. Hannah and I don't watch.
We're not watching CNN.
No, but we are talking about Gwyneth Paltrow. She has claimed herself as a wellness expert. There have been a couple different, I don't want to say controversies, but there are a couple.
It's pretty controversial.
Yeah, we'll say controversies that she has played a part in over the past 5 years, at least 5 years. So the big ones we're going to be talking about, though, are her company Goop, her partnership to support intuitive fasting, and her most recent podcast appearance, which is probably what you've seen more recently on the Art of Being Well podcast. So lots of juicy gossip with all of these, and we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to start off with Goop, though, because that's kind of her big brand. That's how I assume she's making like most of her money right now.
Besides, even though I was gonna say she's an actress, like she's making millions from the big giant movies she's in.
She could probably be very fine based off of like the movies. I don't know why she's doing more. Like, why do more when you're okay right here? But her doing more has been
problematic.
It's been a little bit interesting.
I don't know like much about her in like Hollywood. Like, I don't know if she's like a problematic actress. I don't want to make assumptions, but I am.
I've never heard anything. I know the only reason I know about her because I like watch a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And she's in the Marvel movies, and like I like her character a lot. And I know the character is not the actress, obviously. Yeah. But I've never heard anything like the rumor mill about cast members that don't get along with her.
That's what I'm saying. She seems like she's not causing a lot of issues like, there.
Holds in her like crazy. And then on the side.
Like, that's actually the thing with wellness culture, though, is like they don't see the problem with it, which will actually explain that
that's true.
Like with her wellness podcast interview, she like saw all of us dietitians like saying how bad it was. And she's like, no, it's fine. Like, this is just me. It's what I do. So we'll get to that. But I wonder if that's part of it. Like, she doesn't see that it's problematic.
Yeah. And the people around her probably aren't going to be like, she's promoting dysfunctional eating habits and whatnot. But
they're all doing it.
Nevertheless, let's talk about Goop. Right off the bat, I want to know where this name came from.
What a name. It's almost as bad. I'm thinking like I'm getting Beachbody vibes where it's like your name is just so bad.
It's not even like Gloop or like
I think Gloop is worse. Ew.
Like, what is Goop?
Goop. I don't know. I think it had to be very vague to cover all the different niches that she has.
Yeah. And like this might be like this is why I don't even think this is explicit. But this is like foreshadowing what I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because we're trying to be more authentic on here. And these are my unfiltered thoughts. And it's like foreshadowing a lot of her marketing as I'm like, Goop reminds me of like discharge. And I'm like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Well, now that's all I can think of to that comment. And
I hope I ruined it for everyone.
It was already ruined, but now it's definitely never getting my business. Not that it ever was.
I don't think it was. No,
Ew.
We're not in the tax bracket to afford this, which is like
no. It's like I was looking just a minute ago. Like the eye creams are like $150 just for like a little ounce of eye cream.
It's insane.
Insane.
I don't know who's affording that. The very rich. That's right. Who it is.
When it's buddies. But yeah, there's different niches. So we've got beauty, fashion, wellness, which is kind of today's hot topic, and then food and home. But when it comes to beauty, fashion, and like home decor, that's not our thing. Do what you wish with all of that. I'm sure there's plenty of like beauty podcasters who have hated on Goop before. So go find them to talk about that. Let's get into the wellness piece though. A lot of thoughts on her wellness.
Yes.
Wellness programs and serums and supplements.
Yes. A lot of the wellness is kind of like all over the place. It's a lot of supplements and it's a lot of serums. That's kind of like supplements and serums is the biggest thing with the wellness factor. And there are a lot of detox programs. I didn't even like write down all of them because there are so many. And it's like to fix your metabolism and to reset you. And it's like a pack of like 5 supplements those times. And I'm like, one, we already know detoxes don't work.
Right.
If you got functioning kidneys, functioning liver and lungs, you're good. You don't need to take $90 pack of supplements.
That's so stupid.
To detox.
Go listen to our detox episode and our red flags of a diet episode. Yes. But like everything like on the front page of our website is just like screaming like red flag.
Yes, it's crazy. There's so much going on as well. I'm very confused by all the niches, but lots of detox. There's also a lot of like anti-aging serums. We've talked a little bit about how like aging is something that's been like villainized in society, and it's like bad to have wrinkles. And
I actually just found a really cool Instagram account like yesterday that I followed all about like the anti-aging movement. What if I can find it and like shout them out? I'm gonna hear aging body liberation. So we'll they're all about
their tag in our show notes.
Yeah. Like their last post says, the only normal bodies are the varied and ever-changing ones. There is no normal because everything's always different. So anyway.
Did you say anti-aging or aging?
Body liberation.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Gwyneth is very anti-aging, even though I don't like to comment on looks, but a lot of my comments on my post about her were like, she looks like Skeletor, she's aging poorly, kind of like supporting our point of like her approach to wellness is not working so great if her whole point is to like prevent aging. But it is kind of silly that that's her whole thing, yet she's not eating.
Yes, that's not going to be good for her in the long run.
No. I did not know about this high school gene supplement pack. What the heck is that?
Oh, I was a scrolling and it's another supplement pack. It's literally another pack of 5 supplements. And the description for it is my body isn't responding to diet and exercise the way it used to. Ew. That's literally a direct quote from the website. So I assume this is like probably geared toward maybe like weight loss or like maybe you can't eat as much as you used to.
It's women in menopause who are trying to weigh what they weighed when they were 17 years old and they can't anymore because they're no longer 17 years old.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's literally
like the marketing gets a round of applause. Like she knows exactly who she's speaking to and they're probably falling for it. Aside from the price point, if you can't afford that, then you just feel bad.
Yes. But that was crazy.
I did not know that that was a thing.
No.
Wow.
Another one that's really interesting is it's called Why Am I So Effing Tired? It's another supplement pack, another $90 supplement pack. And it's like 5 supplements. Gwyneth, you're probably tired because you're not eating.
Gwyneth, you're eating 100 calories a day. Your body is exhausted. It's working overtime.
Yeah.
You are sticking yourself with an IV to supplement not eating enough. Your body is like begging you, please. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I wonder what's in those that like is supposed to like wake you up.
I didn't look into it too much. I assume there's gonna be a caffeine one. I'm just like assuming there's a caffeine.
B vitamins.
Yeah.
It's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
Definitely not
maybe
regulated.
vitamin
I'll tell you
D.
Yeah.
Like they throw vitamin D in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not regulated for sure.
Absolutely not.
Like the FDA is like, yes,
Turning a blind eye to Goop.
Oh man. And then the other part of wellness is like there's the serums and there's the supplements. And then there's this like weird, I'm all for female empowerment. I'm saying this right now. We're saying it on recording, but there's this weird marketing toward female empowerment with like discussions of sexuality and arousal. And you think she does sell sex toys, which I'm like, okay, on brand with that.
Yeah.
But there are supplements. I didn't write them down. There are supplements to help you with your sexuality and your arousal that will like help you, I don't know, like get more in tune with it.
Another thing that could help with that is like eating enough and sleeping enough. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's happening with her niche. It's definitely very specific.
That's true. Again, she's like, the marketing is great. Like she knows it's all over the place, like you had said, but she like knows who she's speaking to. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. If you're struggling with like arousal and things like that, first of all, make sure you're eating enough. Second of all, go see a doctor. Don't confide in Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop.
No. Yeah. Like it could be a physical thing. It could be a mental thing as well. In that case, see a therapist. Do not just start taking supplements.
Or like reading her blog. I'm sure she has a blog post all about it.
She does.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever heard of her vagina scented candle?
I did not.
Yes. Okay. So the name of the candle is This Smells Like My Vagina. It's $75. I obviously have no idea what it smells like, but it exists. It's currently out of stock. People are actually buying this. Yeah. Yeah. So again, with like all over the place, like who is this for?
I think these might be people that are like in love with her. Because who would you buy? Like, let's imagine these different people that might be purchasing this. Anyone in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, why would like one partner be like, oh yeah, I just bought this candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina? Like, no matter the type of relationship, that is weird.
Right. It definitely shouldn't be a gift. Something you buy for yourself in private and don't tell anybody about.
I feel like that's gotta be what it is. And then I'm sure there's someone that's like but the thing is, I'm thinking like maybe out of curiosity, but $75 is a lot to spend on something
like $10, maybe.
Yeah.
$75. And like, does it smell different when you light it? Like, do you want your whole house to smell like that?
I feel like it's gotta be like vanilla scented or something.
I'm sure it smells good. Yeah. Just like prove a point.
Yeah. And it's probably part of her marketing. And then
like
you
the
would
jade eggs. If you use my jade eggs, your vagina will smell like this.
That's gotta be it.
Again, she's a genius.
Very good with the marketing. Props to her for that.
Yeah, that exists. I didn't know you didn't know about that.
I knew about the like jade egg.
Yeah.
And I knew about these like weird supplements. I did not know about this candle though. That is,
I think it's been around for a while. I don't know when she like launched it, but it's an OG.
I mean, I feel like to be fair, a lot of celebrities could probably sell candles that would smell like their genitalia. And
even though it definitely doesn't, like how do you even extract that smell and put it into a candle? What's the science behind that candle making?
Oh my God. Yeah. Her whole company is like giving MLM, babe. But I don't think there's any type of like associate programs, but like how all over the place it is and how expensive it is and how inaccessible it feels. Very MLM.
I'm trying to think of like other celebrities who have like a similar like side hustle, even though it's much more than a side hustle.
Yes.
I don't really know
if anyone has this big, like.
No, I guess the Kardashians, what's kind of their thing though. They like aren't actresses and also doing what they do.
Yeah.
Because all their stuff's always overpriced too, obviously.
Yes.
And they have all kinds of like, they've got makeup, skincare, jeans, like they're all over the map too.
Kendall's controversial.
Oh, the tequila
brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine, I guess if you have the money and the time, but like so many brands that you have to like keep up with. And it's like not easy to have a brand, especially if you have like an actual product.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of work.
They just hire a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
To do the things. I don't know how much work they actually do.
They're just the face of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how nice.
Wouldn't that be nice to have millions of dollars?
How nice. Oh, great. Well, back to the jade egg thing. I mean, I've heard of this, but I didn't really understand the point of it. I did not realize Emily put in our notes that it's to cure depression.
Yeah.
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't know when this happens though. I didn't find a timestamp on it, but I think it's the past 8 years, maybe. I don't know. Time has been flying by though, so it's probably more than that.
I know.
But they had, if you're not familiar, Goop had this controversy where there was this jade egg product that you were supposed to put up your vagina and it would cure depression because it claimed to balance hormones and regulate menstrual cycles.
Okay, I have so many questions. How big is it? Does it stay in there? How do you get it out? Do you just like put it in for a little bit and then like you sit with it? I don't understand.
How big is this?
I know the technicalities of this.
I think it's like this big.
Oh my gosh, a yoni egg. Oh my gosh. So there's like other brands that are like duping it.
Yeah. They look kind of, I wouldn't say small. Okay, my first concern is so smooth. How do you get that out?
That's what I'm saying. Like it would just like get sucked up in there.
No wonder she got sued.
Oh, she has instructions on how to use it on the website.
It's still on the website?
Yeah. It is non-refundable. I would sure hope so.
Okay.
Oh, give me some. I got the dimensions. It is 1.57 inches long and 1.18 inches wide.
Okay, so it's kind of.
Okay. Eggs are pre-drilled for string add-on. You have to add your own string. We recommend using unwaxed dental floss.
They won't even pay for your string.
No, but they do recommend using it. So that answers that question that I had.
Okay. $66.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
we sound like a bird. Hold on. These instructions. So you wash the egg, you place it in hot water for 10 minutes, you let it cool, you stick the egg up your vagina like you would with a tampon, quote. Then the slightly larger side of the eggs goes in first. Work your pelvic floor. Quote, feel the connection with your body by squeezing and releasing the egg. It says you might begin with a 10 to 15 minute session. Build up a practice if it brings joy and well-being to you. Until next time, clean your egg after use. Keep it in or on a space that is sacred to you or has good vibes.
Keep your vagina egg in a place that has good vibes. That is key to this mental depression being cured by this egg. If you store your egg in a place with bad vibes, you will still have depression.
What? We're like chickens.
We're like chickens.
The fact you're paying like that was a $60 one I found, $66, but there's also a $55 one. I think there's a rose quartz egg.
Oh my God.
Probably different vibes, I assume. I don't know how efficient it is compared to the jade one.
Maybe it's more for like PTSD than depression. Maybe it's a different mental health disorder. You get cured if you use that one. Different stones for different mental health issues.
But they were fined $145,000 in civil penalties over those eggs. And literally Goop didn't even they settled. I thought they like lost, which made $145,000. They probably pay more than that if they lost the lawsuit.
Yeah.
But Goop literally quoted, there is an honest disagreement about these claims. The claims that like, no, it does not balance your hormones, and no, it does not cure depression.
Oh my gosh.
What was she doing? Like,
where do you like, there's obviously no science to back this up. So like, where do you think of this stuff? Like that just like comes to you and you're in a dream. Like everything that we always talk about, like we like learned it from somewhere else. And now we're just like portraying it in our own way to other people. Like when it comes to like intuitive eating and like food science and like all of that. But come on, there is no randomized control trial about jade eggs that she could like have learned this from.
No.
Like she just like made this up.
Yeah.
Or someone did. Maybe it was her friend Will Cole, who we'll get to.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I didn't know where to add this, but I put it here. Speaking of that part of the body. I saw this on Instagram too, and then I looked it up. She claims to participate in what's known as rectal ozone therapy.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that is. I was going to look into it, but honestly, I didn't really want to know. I didn't need to see pictures or anything.
Yeah. Did she stick something up her butt then?
I don't know. Like what even is like, what's ozone? Like how do you get access to like ozone?
I'm thinking she's going up in a plane into like the ozone layer, like collecting samples. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know the benefits of it. Like, oh, Finn brought his gator again. What do you even get from like putting ozone near your rectum?
Probably detoxes it somehow. Maybe it'll cure anxiety.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. Let's talk about Mr. Cole. Yes. Or should I say Dr. Cole, if he deserves that title? So a few years ago, we mentioned it previously, like on like our TikToks and stuff, about intuitive fasting. I have a lot of thoughts on this. So our girl GP partnered with Dr. Will Cole, right? Like they worked together on this. Like it was like a collaboration between the two of them, basically.
Wait, you saying that just made me think of something. Her initials are GP, Goop. And starts with a G and ends with a P. Do you think
she O's? Are they boobs?
Are they ozone? Maybe that's how she's like, I wanted to include my initials. And she just had to make a word out of it.
What's her middle name? Ooh.
Okay, sorry. You keep going about Will Cole. I'm going to find out her middle name right now.
Okay. So Dr. Will Cole, who's also the person that interviewed her in that famous recent interview, he is a chiropractor. No surprise there. We have a lot of thoughts on chiropractors. He's also a functional medicine practitioner, which we have kind of a love-hate relationship there too. Our friend Will Cole, along with the intuitive fasting book, he also has his own books. One of them is called Ketotarian. Barf. One is called the inflammation spectrum, which we all know that is just telling you to like cut out foods that bring you joy and just eat plants, which I'm sure in the Ketotarian book says the opposite. Like don't eat too many plants.
Say that.
And then his most recent one is called Gut Feelings. But my favorite part is the tagline where it says, healing the shame-fueled relationship between what you eat and how you feel. Like the shame that we are feeling because of our food choices is likely related to the things that you're talking about. Like you're the problem.
Pushing that on us, sir.
So they're causing a problem and then claiming to help you fix it.
Yeah.
Classic wellness.
And I like how it's gut feeling. So it's probably gut health specific, but I'm like, gut health and your relationship with food are two very different things. Like, why are we putting that in the same sentence?
Again, like the marketing, like they know, like people are going to be so into that.
Really very good at marketing.
Yes. And like intuitive fasting, same thing. Like people hear intuitive eating and it gets a lot of hate from those who don't understand it. And so what they're doing is kind of spinning it in a diet culture way that feels like it is more healthy to do this intuitive fasting than like true intuitive eating.
Yeah.
Because intuitive eating is just eating donuts and pizza all the time, according to
that's
everyone
all we
who doesn't
eat.
Understand it.
We just eat candy and pizza and donuts and ice cream. We don't eat vegetables. We don't drink water. Diet soda is running through our veins.
Yeah, mine probably is actually, but also water is too.
Yes. But of course, one of the top testimonials for this intuitive eating book, not
Whoa!
sorry. I'm getting, there's so many phrases getting thrown around. I don't know if we said it, but intuitive fasting, jumping back one. Intuitive fasting, apparently the purpose of this book is it's a flexible 4-week intermittent fasting plan to recharge your metabolism and renew your health. So once again, a lot of buzzwords in there, a lot of wellness buzzwords, and they're like jumping on they're hijacking intuitive eating into their own spinoff. And of course, one of the top testimonials is from our friend / not friend, Mark Hyman. And what we're going to do an episode on him. We've talked about him a lot.
Yeah.
But we're doing more like celebrity reviews, and he would be a very good one to discuss. I just want to talk about him. Maybe that's what he wants, and we're just giving into what he wants.
I know.
You know what? He's all over it. The damage is done already, so we may as well discuss what he's done. Mark is I've never called him by his first name. I've always said Mark Hyman. Mark is the founder of the Pegan diet, which is basically just paleo.
Yeah.
And he's big on quote unquote food as medicine. He's another functional medicine practitioner, chiropractor.
Yeah. So of course, if he's endorsing this, it's not great. But one of their claims for this intuitive fasting book program, whatever you want to call it, is you'll get in touch with your instinctive eating patterns and become healthier and more mindful about how and when you eat. There is nothing intuitive about like not eating for 18 hours at a time.
No, it's probably like anti-intuitive, where you're ignoring your body's cues.
Nothing mindful about that either. And I'm sure it says like what you have to eat too.
Oh,
like, not only when, but you have to eat this probably anti-inflammatory, vegan, keto, like cross.
I was reading the reviews, and it was like very straightforward and very helpful in telling me exactly what to eat.
Yep. Okay. There it is. Exactly that. It also claims that intuitive fasting will show you how to finally find metabolic flexibility.
I don't even know what that means.
Do you want your metabolism to be flexible? Is it like doing cartwheels and like some yoga?
We're like keeping it on. I can't think of words. Keeping it on its toes. Gotta keep it.
It's kind of like in the fitness world, like muscle confusion, like doing just ridiculous random workouts, like keep your muscles confused. That's not a thing. Like your muscles are gonna be okay if you like do things that it's expecting and like it's used to, and your metabolism also prefers that too.
Yes.
Like you don't want your metabolism to just be like all over the board.
No.
So dumb.
It's so and this is just like an example of like diet culture and wellness hijacking intuitive eating and non-diet language, like with the mindfulness and instinctive eating patterns, and like going back to the gut feelings, addressing those feelings is shame. The marketing is very good. They know what people are talking about, and they're just monetizing that, twisting it so it's unique to them.
And like if you're a consumer who doesn't know much about like actual intuitive eating, you might see this and think they are the same thing, and that just puts a bad spin on like the actual intuitive eating. Do we call it a movement? I don't know. Intuitive eating movement, I guess we'll say.
Yeah.
And it just confuses it to those Makes it more confusing for those who don't know it in such detail like we do.
No.
So intermittent or intuitive fasting, 2 thumbs down. It is not TUD approved.
And no.
We need a sting. We need a sting, like a sound we play whenever we say like something that's not approved by us. We need a sound engineer first. Someone who can like
we
make
do.
these things
We need
for
like
us.
a soundboard. That would be so
Right, we have like our intro that plays to like get us in the mood for the episode, and then we like jump right in, and then we have like before we get into our bonus question, we have like a little like some sting there, like a little jingle.
Dang.
Outro music.
If anyone would like to work with us for, I don't know how much, we'd be a lot for you. But, or even a sample we would take, let us know. Because that would be so funny.
We'd love a jingle.
Yes.
We'd love a jingle. Okay, let's talk about the podcast interview.
Yes.
When you're listening to this, it may have been I don't know when this comes out. It may has, I can't talk either. It's been a while since the actual interview kind of like went viral. But I'm sure you're all still dying to hear our thoughts on it a few weeks later. But if you missed it, it's an interview with our girl Gwyneth and that Dr. Will Cole, who apparently they're kind of buddies. Like it's not like just like a professional relationship.
Yeah.
And Gwyneth gets all in detail about her wellness routine.
And this is a trigger warning for if like hearing about like disordered eating, dysfunctional eating habits, potentially an eating disorder might trigger you. I would skip ahead maybe like 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes, please. We'll be talking about it way longer than that.
I know. Maybe skip a little bit longer than that. Yeah. But her typical daily routine that she consists of and like what she quotes is she starts off her morning with coffee because she doesn't want to spike her blood sugar because God forbid we eat food and our blood sugar levels go up. That provides us with energy. But anyway, she drinks her coffee and then she will fast until 12 p.m. And then for lunch, she has soup, but more recently, she's been having bone broth. And then she'll incorporate an hour of movement, which I think she said like Pilates or yoga or stretching. And then for dinner, she'll eat more paleo. And she quoted lots of vegetables because, quote, it's important for me to support my detox.
What is she detoxing?
The coffee.
I mean, right? But like she probably actually does. This is a joke. I'm going to clarify that. She probably does need to detox because her organs are probably like turning into raisins from not eating enough. So maybe she does need a detox because she's starving.
Yeah.
That was a joke. Don't detox.
Do not detox. This sounds miserable.
Yeah. I've already eaten more than that at 9 a.m. this morning. Like that's nothing.
No. No wonder she needs her supplement pack.
Yeah.
To keep her energized.
Well, and her IV that she had, which is also
and her
the
IV.
other part.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The whole time.
Her and Dr. Cole are just giggling about their IVs that they just have to get their vitamins and minerals in. They make them feel so good, they say.
Yeah. She was like hooked up to an IV during the podcast.
That's crazy.
Like imagine us just podcasting with
I got this like beeping thing behind me, like just pumping me full of some vitamin D.
Yeah. And she talks about like the different types of IVs she prefers. And I'm like, what? Where are you getting access to this? That's what I'm wondering, because that's got to be a doctor order.
Right.
You can't just buy IVs and the machine. But she's talking about how they are hard to find, which I'm like, yes, Gwyneth, IVs are hard to find because they typically keep these in like hospitals and long-term care facilities and maybe urgent care, where people who are not able to take in nutrition by mouth or get extra like electrolytes, fluids, you rely on these IVs to keep them alive. Of course, they're hard to find because they're not meant for people like you.
Able-bodied and
yes,
you're able to get food in.
Yes. I was just blown away. I was like, where have we come? How did we get here?
I've made a whole list on our outline about like all the comments that I got, like supporting her, like making us feel like we're in the wrong for calling out this stuff. Like, I want to read them off. I had like a few that were noteworthy. First of all, actually, because of all this like pushback, Gwyneth like was quoted to like say, "This was a transparent look at a conversation between me and my doctors. It's not meant to be advice for anybody else. It's just really what has worked for me." Okay, we'll get to the problems with that in a second, but I got like similar comments kind of supporting like that whole mindset. A lot of them were kind of the same. It's like, what's wrong with how she eats? This one said, "This country is filled with overeaters. Fasting is healthy. Intermittent fasting is healthy. Paleo is healthy. Everyone is so brainwashed into thinking they will die if they fast."
Yeah, if you starve yourself, you might die.
You might die. Not only from like physical and like malnutrition, but also like mentally. People die of eating disorders all the time.
Yes.
Another person said, "What's wrong with this? Sounds pretty healthy. Sounds good to me. What's the problem?" And this last one said, "I don't understand why people are so mad about this interview. She never said that you guys have to fast and drink bone broth for lunch. Can we just let adults do what they want with their bodies?" Okay, I agree with that last part. Like, do what you want. But if you are Gwyneth Paltrow doing this interview, that's obviously marketing for your business because you endorse things that support the things that you sell. It's not just about like a full day of eating, ha ha ha, even though those are problematic in their own way too sometimes. Like it's more than that. Like, you're a celebrity with a giant platform and a company that benefits from you showing this way of eating, or lack thereof.
And when you promote yourself as a wellness expert, people are going to, whether we like it or not, people are going to look to you for advice.
Right.
So it's not you just like sharing. It's not like a Vogue magazine interview, like the like 80 questions where it's like, let's learn about you. And like, maybe she rattles off what her favorite snack is and it's an IV or something like that. But you're like going through this podcast with this person you previously partnered up with professionally, who you have advocated for their book that like promotes a certain eating pattern, and you are advocating for that with like your fasting behaviors. Like, it's marketing. She knew what she was doing.
It's marketing. Yeah, it's not as simple as just, I eat this, how fun.
Yeah.
Like, your business profits from her business profits from her doing this.
Yeah.
Ugh. And she also didn't make any disclaimers saying like, speak with your doctor first or a dietitian, which she absolutely has no idea what a dietitian is.
No.
Before doing this, like, there were no disclaimers. There was no claims of like scientific evidence. It was just, I eat like this. It supports me. My business is the same way. If you eat like me, you'll look like me. Every other wellness culture cliche out there.
You could easily throw that in one sentence.
Yeah.
One sentence. This is not medical advice. We include that all the time. This is not medical advice. Please consult your doctor or dietitian. It was a mess. Luckily, a lot of people on TikTok were calling her out on it. And a lot of people, and even like non-dietitians were calling her out on it, which is...
The comments were actually surprisingly not terrible.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, they were terrible from her point of view, probably, but
yes,
from what we believe in, they were supportive of what we think.
Yes. So that was good. We got some critical thinkers.
Finally.
We love that.
Finally.
So all in all, she's had quite a bit of controversies up her hand. I wouldn't market I would not label her as a wellness expert despite her claiming to be one. Make sure that you consult your healthcare provider before maybe doing something drastic like any of these practices she's promoted. The last thing I noted, this isn't a controversy, I just found it out, is her kid's name is Apple.
Okay. We've been hating on her this whole time, but I kind of love that.
I don't want to like it because I don't love her, but I also love anything named food.
This is not our bonus question because our bonus question is now able to be accessed in our like membership area, subscription based area. So go check that out. But we'll give you guys a little tease today of like a bonus question. I just thought of this. Emily, what would be the fruit that you would name your child if you had to pick a fruit?
I think I would go like mango.
Oh, that's good. Kind of like Margot, but mango. Oh shoot, that's a good one. I can't top that. How bad is blueberry?
You call him Blue for short. That'd be cute.
It could be Blue, middle name Berry. Berry's a name. Blueberry Thompson. That's adorable. I'm not having kids.
You can name your next dog.
I can name my next dog Blueberry Thompson.
Actually so cute. Little Blue. You could get like a gray dog. And
oh my gosh. Blueberry Thompson. I love that. And Mango Krause. Okay, when you get a dog, please name it Mango. I'll get a Blueberry. And they can just be the best of friends.
Yeah. And then Finn will be there. Phineas Merle.
Phineas Merle and Blueberry. Oh, my little family. I'm getting emotional.
Oh my gosh.
So
my
sweet.
thought, quick going back to her kid's name, is she allowed to eat apples on her diet? That's what I was thinking. I was like, does this follow her intuitive eating, IV ridden paleo diet?
I don't know. If she's doing the ketotarian thing, like Dr. Cole recommends, apples are definitely not keto.
No.
You'll definitely.
Also, how is her kid doing? Can we do like a wellness check on our kid?
Apple Martin, how you doing? Let us know.
Yeah. Also, her middle name's Kate. It's not something with an O.
It's not ooh.
But I still like to think the ooze could be
the ooze.
Ooh. Something she threw in there because she wanted her initials.
Yeah. Or it's just boobs. So it's all about like women and everything.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like a clever little thing she giggle at.
Does GP giggle? I don't see her as a giggler. I feel like she's always very serious and angry because she's starving.
I feel like she has that like dead look in her eyes, and then but like a not very enthusiastic smile and stares at you.
Yeah. Just like nods. Uh-huh. Not a thought behind those eyes.
So thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Go check out our membership subscription for the bonus episode. We hope you learned something today. Hope you found some entertainment from all this drama going on with Miss GP Goop. We'll tune in with you next week. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day.
Bye, guys. Don't go fast.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians with your hosts, Emily Krause and Hannah Thompson.
We appreciate you all so much for continuing to support us. In order to support us and sustain the success of this podcast, please subscribe and leave a rating and review.
If you'd like to provide us feedback for future episodes and guest stars, follow us on Instagram at the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Lastly, you can show us support by providing a monthly donation using the link at the end of our bio.
Once again, thank you so much for listening today, and stay tuned next Wednesday for a new episode. Until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.